Hello YouTube, this is Isaiah Smith, showing you all my ranking from strongest to weakest deck of all time from competitive level. So let's begin. Kashtira, I believe, is first. It's like the bestest in the format. Fallen Albaz or Brandon is probably second best because it's good with like fusing stuff on your opponent's field. Venture Token might be third because especially tokens plus Griffin. Then we got Math Mix, pretty good for Xyz and synchro plays. Then we go to B tier. For Dark World, it's probably second for being first. And then Labyrinth is pretty good too. That's like second place for B tier. It's pretty good with traps. Sprite, I do not like Sprite, but it is what it is. Sprite does all the negation stuff. And then we go to fourth place. Tri Brigade. Tri Brigade is pretty good with contact synchros. Or no, not contact synchros. Contact links. Excuse me. And then Sky Striker is pretty good. Sword Soul is pretty dang solid, especially with tangy Sword Soul. So Virtual World is pretty good with all the synchro and Xyz plays, but mostly synchro plays, especially if you summon Crystal Wing. Valiance is pretty good with the pendulum moving. And then Elledge is pretty decent. And then Trap Trick just mostly does traps, so it's kind of off a little. Then we got Drytron for C tier for first place. It's good for summoning back itself from the grave plus like ritual support. So, and then basically it gets hand trapped a lot, so it's pretty nice. Flunder, I could argue with Flunder being better than Drytron, but I just basically use Drytron to defeat Flunder, so Flunder's pretty good though with normal summons. Exo Sister is probably a little bit off. It's still good though. Ignister is also good. Scareclaw, we're mostly going to just like put everything in defense. It may not be good right now, but it's really pretty powerful. Kotaker is kind of okay. Marincess, pretty good. Triple D is kind of slowly not doing so great. Punk is mostly good, but it's like not that great. And then Rocket slash Dragon Link, it's pretty bad. It gets destroyed a lot. So, and then moving on to D tier, first place is B Trooper. B Trooper is pretty good with, especially with the Link monster, but it's kind of a little iffy. Phantom Knights is pretty good too, but it's still like slowly going down. Despia, depending on the build, you could do Despia, Dogmatica, you could do whatever. And then, depending on what it is, like, you could do Fallen Albaz Despia, and that still would probably be good, but the deck itself, Despia, is not really that great. Dogmatica, kind of good. Dinomorphia is like a little bit not that great because you're paying too much life points for cost. So that's that. Plus you get the fusion summon. Utopia, on the other hand, is dropping down because it doesn't have that much support. It's pretty good, but it's like a little off with the equipped spells. Or should I say equipped monsters. Ysteric, there's not enough support for this, so that's why it's dropping down. People barely play this deck. Goatee's pretty good though. Dragon Maid, I would probably see that's probably a problem, but we got all those fusion summons, and it's kind of okay. Cyber Dragon, on the other hand, might be like good for going second, but when you go first, it's like kind of horrible. Same with like ABCs. ABCs is just not that great right now. It might be in the next format, but we don't know. So, and then Madolches is just really bad. It's just not that great of a deck. I mean, with the Xyz monsters, yeah, but that's about it. On with the E. Runic. Well, Runic Sprite makes it good, but if you're just playing like regular Runic or like anything else with Runics, you basically, it's good, but it's like you have to banish a lot of stuff from your opponent's deck. And it's a pretty good deck out, so that's good for E for first place. Libromancer, I guess it's for rituals monsters. I don't know what they really do, but I just know that they're good for ritual monsters. So, and then Plunder Patrol, you got your fusions, Synchro, Xyz, and then Lynx. They're pretty good. It reminds me a lot about Odd Eyes a little bit, but it's kind of a little bit bad. Rika, it's not that great. Then we're moving on to Sunvine or Sun Avalon. Sunvine. And so the reason why it's bad because it's like you just gain life points and that's all you do. Or you just can't target this with attacks. It's a pretty good deck, but it's like it's slowly not that good. Heroes. So depending on the build, you could have a lot of hero support, yet it does absolutely nothing unless you have like DPE or Malicious Bane. But that's about it. It's like Heroes is like kind of bad. And then the fail slash suck decks do not compete with this unless there's a reason why it fails. So the reason why I put tier elements as fail, there's a reason why. So some of the support got limited, and then Cacao's got banned. So it's like that's why it failed because it was too good, and then they just limited and banned the whole thing. And then, oops, sorry about that. And then Spring Guns, they're not really that good. Melfi, kind of weak. And then Pearly is the exact same thing as like Melfi. they're just not that great right now. So, this is my personal opinion on the list for competitive C. But the top 4 honestly do not play Tier, Spring Gun, Melfi, or Pearly. They suck really badly for the meta right now. But the top 4 is Kashtira, Fallen Albaz, / Branded, Adventurer Token, and Mathmex. So keep that in mind, that these 4 are like the most powerful decks ever in the format. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.